Hi, my name's Sean. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make mead. Mead is a honey wine, honey beer. It's been called many things. It's been brewed since ancient times. It's really expensive in the shop, but actually it's really easy to make. So I don't know why anyone would pay those prices. Anyway, I'll be teaching you how to make that, and you can make it more with fruits, etc., and spices and things. I'll just be teaching you how to make a very simple mead. Tastes good. Right, these are the ingredients I need to make mead. We've got some honey. This is just cheap honey from Lidl's. Any supermarket will do, any honey will do. What I would say is, if you're going to use an expensive honey, you will get a better mead. We'll have more sort of floral numbers and notes, but if you're just trying for the first time, don't waste your money on an expensive honey. Just get whatever's cheapest. I think I saw in Sainsbury's £1.05 at the moment for one of these. These are 454 grams each, or just about a pound in old money, and you need 2 and a bit of these. The recipe I'm using, you need to get 1.2 kilograms of honey, so that's just those 2 and a little bit more. What should I say? Those 2 and a little bit more. What do you need next? You need some yeast nutrient. This stuff is available from Wilkinson's or from a brew shop. The reason we use this is because the honey doesn't have sufficient vitamins and minerals to keep the yeast alive. So we add a little bit of something extra just to make it ferment with no problems. Apparently you can get away without the yeast nutrient. It will just take an age to brew, and you don't want to be waiting for ages for it to brew. Let's get it done quickly, and then we can enjoy it very soon. The next thing I've got is just some yeast, and this time I'm using wine yeast. The reason we're using wine yeast is because it will go up to a little bit more alcohol, and mead traditionally has more alcohol. Right, my first task is to weigh the honey. See this on a scale, and I'm just going to pop it into the saucepan directly. You can measure it into another container if you wish. I need to get 1.2 kilos of this. I won't make you painstakingly watch this. The next thing I'll do is add some water to make it up to about 2 litres. My saucepan, you can't see them very well, has some graduations on there which tell you where 2 litres is. It's only approximate. If you need to sort of pre-mix it in a jug or something, do that. I'm just adding it from a pint glass. Clean pint glass, I might add. Now I'm up to 2 litres. Going to give it a stir and then get it boiling, and I will boil it for 15 minutes. I'll come back when it's boiling. Right, this is getting close to boiling now. Just a word about boiling. Like with the beer, if it overboils, it's going to be a mess, so just keep an eye on it. I just keep stirring it periodically just to make sure that the honey and the water is mixing. Right, we can see this is now starting to boil. You can also see a white foam-like substance on the top. This stuff contains a load of proteins and things which won't help with the taste or the clarity of your mead. So you want to get rid of the foam as much as possible, so just skim it off the top with a spoon and just dispose of it in whichever way you see fit. What you need to do is keep boiling this for 15 minutes or so. There is a bit of a debate in the mead world as to whether you boil the mead, because the honey is supposed to have antibacterial properties, etc. But I always think, let's boil it, make sure it's clean, make sure it tastes consistent. Right, the mead has been boiling for the last 15 minutes. What I've done is I've taken a sterilised or very clean carboy, which I've sanitised using a chlorine bleach solution and rinsed out. I've added a couple of litres of water, just because if this very nearly boiling solution hits the glass, there's a very high likelihood it will shatter. I've also sanitised this. What I'm going to do is just pour this into the water. I've not put a sieve in like I did in the beer, because there isn't any particulates in it. I've made sure I've taken out all the crap from the top and it's a nice clear solution. It's gone cloudy now, but I imagine that's probably just where it's hit the cold water and some of the sugar's crystallising out. Doesn't need much topping up, but what I would normally do, top that up to about there where the neck starts to go in with water, and essentially that is going to be your mead. Give it a good swirl just to get some air in the mixture and just mix everything up. All I'm then going to do is add a teaspoon of yeast nutrient and a teaspoon of wine yeast, and then put the airlock on top with some water in and leave it until it stops bubbling, which is when it stops fermenting. What I will do now, and I'll talk more about this in another video, is take the specific gravity so I can work out how alcoholic this is going to be approximately when it finishes fermentation. I was just about to put the yeast in and I noticed something. The container is actually quite warm. Don't put your yeast in until it's just above room temperature, sort of slightly lukewarm, otherwise the yeast will die. But what I'll be doing, when it is cool enough, I'll be putting a teaspoon of this in and a teaspoon of yeast in, and then just waiting to see what happens. I would give you a quick show of what it all looks like when it's all done, but this is the first time I've brewed this, so we'll see what happens.